Today I want to talk about Japan's capability to bounce back after disaster. So as you know, Japan has been through its fair share of natural disasters, earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, as well as man-made disasters, oftentimes of their own making. World War II obviously was started by the Germans and the Japanese. The Japanese committed horrible atrocities in Asia, causing over 30 million civilian deaths. So in the end, Japan was bombed to smithereens. Now, so I'm not justifying what Japan did, but I'm also not necessarily in support of the bombings of Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Tokyo, and also, most people don't know this, every single city of over 100,000 people in Japan was bombed. So that was 66 cities bombed to the ground. So I'd rather tell you a story of a real person who persevered through these bombings. So I had a student in Japan. I'm going to keep her name private because she may still be around, okay? She was born, I'm guessing, I'm just trying to do the quick math in my head. She was born in 1938, so if she were alive, she would be 84 or 85 years old, something like that. In 1945, so towards the end of the war, there's Operation Greenhouse or Meeting Point, I can never remember the name. The Americans, with like 3,000 B-29s, bombed the crap out of Tokyo, killing 100,000 civilians. Mostly civilians, probably a few military people were killed. She was at the time living in Shibuya, but as she was a 7-year-old child, she had been evacuated a couple days prior to a temple in Chiba, which is a little bit weird because it's kind of not where I would evacuate to if I were avoiding the bombings, because the planes were literally coming in over Chiba. But hey, okay, so this woman, whom I taught English to for about 3 years in Shibuya, she was in Chiba, so the B-29s were flying overhead. She said she could hear them during the night of March 9th to 10th. She could see Tokyo completely on fire, although it was 60, 70 kilometers away, and she could even smell the smoke from the fires. Did she hold any animosity towards the Americans? Zero, not at all. In fact, right after the war ended, so this is a 7-year-old girl, she started to learn English by asking for chocolate from the American soldiers. Choko kudasai is Japanese, but she would say it in English because she knew she could get more chocolate and bubble gum and perfume from them. She learned how to dance really quickly. I'm having my screen flicker, just a second, sorry. And then she decided at the age of 9, so 2 years after the war, that she really wanted to learn about jazz, boogie woogie, and other kinds of dance. By the time that she was, I think, 17 years old, because if I'm doing my calculations right, by the time she was 17 in 1955, she opened a little dance studio with the help of her parents in Shibuya. And when I was teaching her, and she was in her mid-70s, she was still teaching shakko dance, which is ballroom dancing. So that to me is dynamic Japan.